glasses on. Thank you. Good morning. This is cause number 2012-44109 in the interest of Maya Apolinar. All parties, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Sante Soltero Cuevas, and I am Maya's mother.
And representing the state.
Kira Mitchell.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Diego Apolinar, is not present. He was personally served on November 4th, 2020 at 8:59 a.m. at 12120 Savage Drive, Ferguson Unit in Midway, Madison County, Texas. He did not file an answer or appear. Is that correct, Ms. Mitchell?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, return receipt requested, which was delivered on June 11th, 2021 at 1:25 p.m. And he is not checked in, correct?
That is correct.
All right, then let's proceed by default.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time, I ask the court to take judicial notice of the suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage filed by the state May the 12th, 2020.
All right.
And at this time, I offer State's Exhibit number 1, the updated pay record, and ask that you admit that into evidence.
Ms. Cuevas, do you have any objection to that?
No, sir.
All right, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
At this time, the state calls Ms. Cuevas. Ms. Cuevas, please state your name.
My full name is Sante Soltero Cuevas.
And who is the father of your child?
Diego Apolinar.
Do you know where he is now?
In prison.
Okay. And we're here today to modify your prior order entitled Child Support Review Order, Suit Affecting the Parent-Child Relationship, ALP, which was signed August the 14th, 2012. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that order, Mr. Apolinar was ordered to pay you $497 starting August the 1st, 2012. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so today we were able to confirm that he is in arrears for that amount, for the child support in the amount of $41,288.26 as of June 30th, 2021. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to grant a judgment against Mr. Apolinar in the amount of $41,288.26 for child support arrears?
Yes, ma'am.
And we're not asking for a payout on that amount because Mr. Apolinar is incarcerated. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We also were able to confirm that Mr. Apolinar is in the arrears in the amount of $0 for both medical support and dental support as of June the 30th, 2021. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so we've also found that Mr. Apollinar's monthly resources are zero. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so are you asking the court to modify current child support down to zero at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And that is to begin August the 1st, 2021, and every month thereafter. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How's the child covered for health insurance?
Through my insurance.
Okay. And how much do you pay for that insurance?
About $150 a month.
Okay. And once again, because Mr. Apolinar is in jail, we're not asking for any medical support at this time from him. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this is cause number 2016-33902 in the interest of Emily Martinez Perez. All parties in this matter, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Yes, I'm Rosa Martinez, and I'm Emily's mother.
All right, for the state.
Jarquita Williams, Your Honor.
Court will note that Ricky Lee Pettis is the non-custodial parent, that he was served on November 10th, 2020. And he's not filed an answer. Is that correct? Yeah,
Yes,
or
Your Honor.
appeared. He's not appeared also, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state is asking that you take judicial notice of the non-agreed child support review order, which was signed on August 23rd, 2016, where the court ordered child support to be set at $230 a month, beginning June 1st, 2016, and cash medical at $71 monthly, beginning June 1st, 2016.
All right,
Your Honor, at this time, the state would like to offer the state's Exhibit 1, the financial activity report in reference to this matter, to be accepted as an exhibit.
okay. Any objection, Ms. Martinez?
No, sir.
All right, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Martinez as its first witness.
All right.
Ms. Martinez, what is your relationship to the child?
I'm Emily's mother,
And who is the father of Emily?
Ricky Perez.
And at this time, Ms. Martinez, where is Mr. Perez?
In jail.
Okay, and understanding that Mr. Perez is in jail, you understand that cash medical support for Emily starting on August 1st, 2021 will be set at zero.
Yes.
Also, because Mr. Perez is in jail, are you understanding that child support for Emily starting August 1st, 2021 will also be set at zero?
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, today we're able to confirm the arrears of $31,385.49 for Emily as of June 5th, 2021. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, were you aware that we were able to confirm arrears for the cash medical of $4,164.84 as of June 30th, 2021?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to grant the past due judgment of child support arrearage of $1,385.49 as of June 30th, 2021?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to grant the past due cash medical support payment of $4,164.84 as of June 30th, 2021?
Yes.
Are you aware that due to Mr. Perez's incarceration, that there would not be a payout for the cash medical or the child support today?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, and today you're asking the court to enter a non-disclosure your information, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that, Ms. Martinez?
I'm sorry?
And why are you asking for you and Emily's information for it not to be disclosed, for it to remain confidential?
Because he's a violent man and I've went through stuff with him before and I just don't want to go through that again.
Okay. And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of your daughter?
I'm sorry? I'm sorry.
Do you believe this proposal to be in the best interest of your daughter, Emily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes.
I pass the witness, Your Honor. No further questions.
Ma'am, does he know where you live now?
Does he know where I live? Yes.
Yes. Okay. And if you were to move and he found out where you live, is he likely to cause you or your child any harassment or abuse or serious harm or injury?
I'm pretty sure to my daughter, no, but to me, he hates me since I left him when I was pregnant. So he hates who I got with because I'm still with him.
Have you had
He's
an incident of any violence or threats or anything like that, harassment?
robbed at gunpoint after I left a bar. He went right after me. My friend that was there told me that he left right after I did, and somehow I ended up getting robbed at gunpoint. And yeah, he's tried to do something to my partner, but I told him I would call on him, so he never ended up doing anything to him.
Okay, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be dismissed?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Martinez, I'll meet you back over in the other Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
This is cause number 2016-46041 in the interest of Alexa Nicole Martinez. All parties in this matter, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Ms. Gutierrez, can you unmute yourself? *6, please.
Ms. Bianca Gutierrez, are you there? You have to unmute yourself. Press *6 on your phone.
Okay.
All right. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Bianca Gutierrez, Alexa's mother.
All right. And for the state?
Kavita Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
Court will note that Chavoya Ray Martinez is the non-custodial parent. Mr. Martinez was served on November 20th in 2020 at 3001 South Emily Drive in Benton County, Texas at 7 a.m. And he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
He was given further notice of the Zoom hearing by certified mail, return receipt requested. And it was delivered June 11, 2021 in Humble at 12:12 p.m. in Humble, Texas. And he's not checked in, correct?
Correct, Your Honor. He has not checked in.
We'll proceed by default.
Your Honor, the state would like to ask the court to take judicial notice of the prior agreed order affecting the suit affecting the parent-child relationship signed on November 9th, 2016 by both parties.
All right.
And Your Honor, in that order, we have a medical support judgment of arrears of $2,060.08. And Mr. Martinez was obligated to pay $60 a month um, toward that past judgment. And today we were asking the court to order him to pay $60 a month beginning August 1, 2021. And there was no dental support ordered and no child support ordered because at the time Mr. Martinez was incarcerated.
Okay.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would like to call Ms. Bianca Gutierrez.
All right.
Ms. Gutierrez, how old is your child?
8,
And how is she covered under health insurance?
Medicaid.
When was the last time you spoke to Mr. Martinez? I'm sorry, yes, Mr. Martinez.
Maybe 2 months ago.
And what happened during that phone call?
He just he just yells and gets mad, and it's what I'm doing and never about the baby.
Okay, so as far as you know, he's no longer incarcerated?
Yes.
And is he on parole?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because I've had to call his parole officer because of the things that he's done and said.
Okay, do you know if he's working right now?
I'm not sure if he's working at the moment.
Okay, and when was the last time he saw your child?
Saw my child?
Yes, ma'am.
Before he got arrested.
And what year was that?
2017 or 19.
So you don't know.
2007.
So because we have no work information for him, are you agreeing to a minimum wage presumption that we use to calculate child support, where you would get paid $176 a month beginning August 1, 2021?
Yes.
And are you agreeing to $41 in cash medical support beginning August 1, 2021?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to have court costs billed to Mr. Martinez?
Yes. Yes.
Further questions for this witness, Your Honor?
Okay, hold on a minute. There's a medical support judgment of $2,060.08 to be paid at $60 a month, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was the previous amount of child support?
Previous amount of child support was set at 0 at the time Mr. Martinez was incarcerated.
Okay. All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes.
Ms. Gutierrez, you're free to hang up.
Thank you.
All right, we've got cause number 2011-48902 in the interest of Elena Gibson. Parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Torshika Gibson, and I'm her mother.
All right, and for the state?
Angela Jeffries for the Office of the Attorney General, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent, Frederick Damon Spencer, is not present. He was personally served on April 26th 2021 at 3:07 p.m. No, that's some other. I'm sorry. I pulled the wrong one up. Toshika. I don't have a return of service.
Give me 1 second, Your Honor, because I showed that he was served on April 21st of 2021.
What date? Say again.
April 21st of 2021.
I don't have any April 21st
Okay.
entry here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm trying to pull the citation, possibly.
All right. Maria, would there be
See the citation that was returned by sheriff?
It just says citation. Okay, it doesn't say return of service.
Correct,
Okay,
Your Honor.
court will note that Frederick Damon Spencer was personally served on April 21st, 2021 at 12 p.m. at 17610 Cali Drive, 273 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. All right. And he has not filed an answer, is that correct?
He is not, Your Honor, but we also did give him further notice.
He was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, return receipt requested, which was delivered June 10th, 2021 at 12:16 p.m. in Houston, Texas. So we'll proceed by default. He has not checked in, correct?
He is not, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would ask that the court take judicial notice of the prior order signed February 27th of 2012. In that default order establishing the parent-child relationship, the court ordered Mr. Frederick Damon Spencer to not pay any child support and not pay any medical support due to the fact that Mr. Spencer was incarcerated, Your Honor.
All right.
At the time, the state calls Tashika Miranda Gibson. Ms. Gibson, you are the mother of Elena Gibson. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
All right. And who is the father of Elena Gibson, ma'am?
Frederick Spencer.
All right. And you heard me read into the record that the last time this case was looked at was in 2012. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
All right. And in 2012, Mr. Spencer was incarcerated in jail. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
Right. And since that time, you have personal knowledge that he's been released from jail.
Correct. Yes.
Right. And you are seeking an upward modification in this case. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
All right. Now, as far as the wages, do you have any personal knowledge of what Mr. Spencer makes as income? Do you have any personal knowledge of that?
No.
Okay. Do you understand today that the order will be based on a minimum wage presumption?
Yes.
Right. Do you have any personal knowledge if Mrs. Spencer has any other children under 18?
2.
Okay. And you understand that that will also be considered in the court's calculation in this order for child support?
Yes.
Right. Do you have private health insurance available for your daughter?
Yes, I do.
Right. And how much is the health insurance premium per month for your daughter?
$233.
All right. And do you have dental insurance for your daughter?
Yes.
Right. And how much is the dental insurance premium per month?
$9.
Okay. Are you asking this court to order that Mr. Spencer reimburse you $57 beginning August 1st of 2021 for the medical support, ma'am?
Yes.
Are you also asking the court that Mr. Spencer reimburse you $9 for the dental support in this case, beginning August 1st of 2021? Okay. And do you understand, based off the minimum wage presumption, giving Mr. Spencer credit for his other 2 children, that the child support amount will be $172 beginning August 1st of 2021?
Yes.
Right. And you've already signed this default order. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
Right. And if court calls to build in this case, who you believe they should be billed against?
Frederick Spencer.
All right, and you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child. Is that correct, ma'am?
Correct.
All right, and you're asking the court to approve this order at this time?
Correct.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, the default order and suit for modification of child support obligation is approved.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused, sir?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Gibson, you can log off now. Unless you have further questions, you'll have to log back into the other Zoom, but hang up from this one, okay? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Jones, can you unmute yourself? And if you can come on camera, please come on camera. And Mr. Taylor, can you please unmute yourself?
It states that I can't come on camera because the whole.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. If you can't, I just didn't know if you had the option to or not. If you can't, that's fine, as long as he can hear you.
Is this Taylor and?
Yes, Your Honor. It's 2018 54334.
Taylor and Jones?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
Mr. Taylor, can you please unmute yourself by pressing *6? Mr. Taylor, can you unmute yourself by pressing *6, please?
Yes, this is Christian Taylor.
Okay.
All right. All right, this is cause number 2018-54334 in the instance Jacilla and Grace Taylor. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Debretta, and I'm the Grace and Josiah Taylor mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Christian Taylor, and I am Josiah Taylor's father, pending DNA testing results for Grace Taylor.
For Grace, do we have DNA testing?
Your Honor, we're here because Mr. Taylor had 3 opportunities to go get DNA testing in this case. He never showed up for one,
Okay.
and there's no
All right.
pending.
Okay. And for the state, please identify yourself.
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
All right, we've got a petition to establish a parent-child relationship, a suit for modification, and motion to confirm support of rearage. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, first, the state would like you to. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Something's going on with my computer. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second here. I'm sorry. I'm just having, it's like glitching over here and I can't. Your Honor, the state is requesting that you take judicial notice of the previous order entitled Contested Order Establishing the Parent-Child Relationship that was signed on March 15th, 2019. And in that previous order, Mr. Taylor was ordered to pay $0 per month in child support and $0 per month in cash medical support.
All right, the court will take notice of that.
And Your Honor, today the state is asking that you will declare Mr. Taylor to be the father of Grace because Mr. Taylor's had 3 opportunities to go to DNA testing. He hasn't attended DNA testing at all. And I want to call Ms. Jones to testify in regards to parentage, Your Honor.
All right.
Ms. Jones, what is your full name?
Debretta Jones, Janae Jones.
And what is Grace's full name?
Grace Imani Taylor.
And who is Grace Imani Taylor?
My daughter.
And how old is she?
She is 1 year old.
What is her birth date?
August the 20th, 19.
And who was her father?
Christian Tyrone Taylor.
And how do you know that Mr. Taylor is her father?
Mr. Taylor was the only one I was involved with during the whole time.
And is there any possibility that anyone else could be her father?
No.
And you're requesting that the state establish a parent-child relationship between Grace Imani Taylor and Christian Taylor, correct?
No.
So you're not asking that he's the father then?
Oh, no. Yes, he is the father.
Okay, so you're requesting that the state establish a parent-child relationship. That's what that means. So
yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, does Mr. Taylor work?
Yes.
Where does he work?
He works at he goes to a bus station. I'm not exactly sure the job, but I know he has a uniform with a badge.
Okay. And do you know if he receives any income from this job at the bus station?
Yes.
Okay. And does he also receive income from another source besides this job at the bus station?
Yes.
What is that other source?
Social Security.
Okay. And do you know why he receives that Social Security?
Due to a head injury.
Okay. But it's your testimony that he has a job and receives this SSI, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when it comes to conservatorship of your daughter, Grace, in your previous order with your daughter, Josiah, you have a sole managing conservatorship and Mr. Taylor has possessory, correct?
Correct.
And you would like to continue this in the order with Grace, correct?
Correct.
And in that previous order, there's also a visitation set up, and that in the previous order, it states that he is to have visitation on the first, third, and fifth Saturday only from 10 to 6 p.m., correct?
Correct.
And with Grace, you would like what kind of visitation would you like to be done with Grace? Would you like to keep that visitation, or are you requesting something different?
I'm requesting something different, supervised visitations, due to the concern of um, his mental state.
And when you say due to concerns with his mental state, what do you mean?
Recently he had pulled a gun out on me and the kids, and he also verbally advised me that he wasn't in the correct mental state mind frame to have his kids around. And recently he had an incident with his neighbors downstairs where he pulled out a gun and he was trying to do something with he wasn't trying to shoot anyone, but he said the gun accidentally went off and shot a hole in his couch. And he advised me that he couldn't be around his kids at this time because he's mentally going through a lot.
And based on that, you're requesting that with Grace, he would have that those visits that were set up in the previous order with Josiah, that those visits would be supervised through the Harris County Domestic Relations Office, correct?
Correct.
And Ms. Jones, I just have can you see me when we're doing this? Can you see me, or you can't see anybody? Can you see through the camera?
I can see you.
Okay. And earlier today, did you you sent me a video, correct?
Correct. Two-part
Okay.
video.
Yeah, you sent me a two-part video. And before the video is admitted, I have to ask you a couple of questions. What was the situation that was in that? What was shown in that video?
So in the video, I went to Mr. Christian house so that he could watch the kids, as we both agreed, via text message. And when we showed up, I went into the house because at this time he was watching both kids instead of just Josiah. Being that Grace is just 1 year old, I decided to go inside. I was already inside the house. I decided to go inside his room and bathroom to make sure everything was good for a 1 year old. When I did that, he said he felt disrespected and I was violating his privacy. So he went and pulled out a gun on me and my kids and was screaming, "Get out my house." And in the midst of the whole situation, all my kids was there, and my son was screaming and begging him to stop and everything. And that's when I got my kids' stuff and we left.
Okay, and what date did this happen?
May the 6th.
Of this year?
Of this year, 2021.
And on that recording, is there any sound on the recording?
There's no sound due to me being on the phone with my cousin anytime I'm around Christian Taylor because of previous domestic violence and events. I make sure I'm on the phone with one of my family members so that they can hear every conversation that's going on. Also, I was told by law enforcement to do the same. And so my cousin was on the phone, and therefore it is no sound because when I was recording, I was on an actual phone call.
Okay, so it was recorded from your phone, though?
Yes, it was recorded from my phone.
And you were the one doing the recording, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And let me get the video so I can. Okay, Your Honor, I'm gonna share my screen so she can identify this as the video that she just talked about.
Are you admitting it as an exhibit?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to offer it into admission as State's Exhibit A. It's two videos. It's the same incident, but it's two videos.
So would that be exhibits A and B?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Can you also, I've sent it to Mr. Taylor, but can you ask Maria to allow me to share my screen? Because I tried to and it won't let me to.
Can you do that, Maria? that? Can you do it now?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Taylor, any objections to the admission of those videos?
Yes, sir. I do object
What is your legal
because
objection?
Miss Jones is saying that I had a gun, but I did not have a gun. It was a Samsung TV remote in my hand.
Okay, well, the videos show that, right?
Well, I didn't get a chance to review the video, sir. Only thing I see is me standing in my doorway of my room and my stepson, well, her son giving me a hug. That's all I see.
All right, Ms. Parker, have you shared that video with Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, yes, I sent Mr. Taylor the videos. I sent him all the videos, and then I sent him a picture because she had taken a picture where it shows the date it was recorded. I sent him everything. Whether he can open it or not, I don't know, but I've sent him everything.
All right, then the objection is overruled.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm going to share my screen. And Miss Jones, can you see my screen?
Yes, it says pinch off for bigger view.
Okay. All right, I'm playing it now. And is that your
This is
son?
me. That's my son in the video. I'm at the front door because he went in the room to grab a gun.
Okay, and is this him walking out of the room? This is just
This is him walking out of the room. This is my son putting his hands up. That is a gun. That is not no remote from no Samsung.
So in there, when I reviewed the pictures in there, excuse me, I did not see any type of weapon. I am a felon, ma'am. I cannot possess a firearm.
Okay, sir, I saw a gun. All right, so let's go.
Okay. And Miss, like I said, Miss Jones, you're requesting that Mr. Taylor have supervised visits with Grace, correct? And they would be through the Harris County Domestic Relations Office, correct?
Correct. Or Grace and Josiah. We have 2 kids together.
Your Honor, but Josiah is not modifying that is not before the court today, Your Honor, because we're setting up the conservatorship and establishing paternity for Grace today, and we're modifying and adding her to this order. It's not before the court to do a modification for Josiah.
All right.
And in your previous order, Mr. Taylor was not ordered to pay child support, correct? Mr. Taylor, can you please be quiet until it's your turn? Thank you. Ms. Jones, correct? He was not ordered to pay child support or medical support, correct?
Correct.
And that was because he was receiving disability, correct?
Correct.
But you're also stating that now he has a separate job where he works at a bus station besides the disability.
Correct. And once again, I just want to clarify, I think it's a bus station. I know he catches the bus to the job. I'm not exactly sure the type of work that he does. He has a great uniform shirt with badge.
Okay, and if he was to be having an outside job, you would be requesting that the child support would be set based off that, correct?
Correct.
And how are your children currently covered for health insurance?
We have Medicaid through the Health and Human Resources.
And if it was to be proven that he had another job, you're requesting that medical support be set also as well, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And if the court were to award court costs, you would be requesting that Mr. Taylor be responsible for those, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Do you have any questions of her, Mr. Taylor? Mr. Taylor, are you there?
Yes, sir. I am here.
Yeah.
This is what I'm inquiring, sir.
You have any
Why
questions?
weren't? Yes, sir. If this had taken place, why weren't any authorities notified?
Authorities was notified.
Why weren't any charges put in place for my supposed actions?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation. She doesn't know why charges wouldn't have been filed against him.
Well, if you know, ma'am, do you know?
So when I called the police took over 2 hours to come, and so I left. And also, I was told by my old attorney to leave due to the fact that a previous actions that happened, it would have caused a bigger issue. So therefore, the police was called. They do have record of me calling. So, however, the report was not filed.
Why not? I don't
Well,
understand why.
I'm sorry.
Sir, I live right here, one street over from Makawa.
Okay, now,
It
sir,
would not take the
sir,
authorities 2 hours.
right now you just need to ask her a question. I'm going to let you say something, later on, but right now is your opportunity to ask her any questions that you need in regards to this lawsuit.
Okay, well, in regards to this lawsuit, okay, after that supposed incident, she had my sister, Tiffany, come and meet her at a Walmart to pick my children up to bring them over to my house, in which they stayed here a week.
Are you asking her if that happened?
No, I'm telling you
No,
what
no, no,
happened
no,
after.
no, no. You not. I said I'll let you make a statement later, but are you asking her? Because all you can do right now is ask her a question. So are you asking her if that happened?
Yes, I'm asking her
Okay,
why, if she feels
okay,
so
hold on,
strongly.
hold on, hold on. One question at a time. Miss Jones, did that happen?
Yes, sir, Miss. So after that,
You answered the question. Now you have another question, Mr. Taylor? She says that
Yes,
did
sir.
happen. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. So if she felt that my children were in so much danger or what have you, why would she bring them directly back to my house the next week after the supposed happening
All right.
to stay where
Miss
they
Jones.
stayed here with me for a week?
Okay, Miss Jones.
that no, sir, that did not happen.
Well, you said a while ago that it did happen, that you did take the
Sir,
children
I was
over
trying
to.
to explain. You said you cut me off when I said yes, and
Yeah.
I was trying to explain, and you cut me off. So no.
No, what?
So the question
No, that
is,
what he just stated. No,
In other words, the children did not stay there for a week.
correct.
Okay. But did you take them to Walmart for your
I took
sister
them.
to?
I took my kids to his sister so that his sister could keep them.
Not not to take them over to Mr. Taylor's house.
Correct.
All right.
I stopped communication with him and only had communication with his sister Tiffany.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, you have another question?
yes, sir. My children stayed here with me for exactly a week because she was out of town in Cancun. So when she made it back,
Prior to the gun incident, sir.
I'm sorry.
this was after the gun incident, sir.
I was in Cancun April
Ms. Jones, can you
29th
please not
until
interrupt me?
May the 3rd. This happened
Okay,
on May the 6th.
All right, sir.
No, May the
Do you
first.
have
She
a
just said
question
it
for
was she.
her?
They stayed in May the 6th.
Do you have a question for her, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Again, I will submit the question again. After all these happenings, why would you bring my children to Walmart on South Wayside to meet my sister to bring my children to me just so we wouldn't have any contact? Where my children stayed here with me in my apartment for a week total.
No.
Your Honor, objection, asked and answered. She already answered that. She said it didn't happen. She said he brought them they went with his sister, not with her. That's what she said. And he keeps asking the same question over again, trying to
Correct.
get a different answer, Your Honor. Objection.
All right, sustained. You have another question, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, I'm just really trying to get to the bottom of this because I don't even know why she's she's doing this because my children were in no harm.
Do you
When they
have
say
another
here
question for
children,
her, sir? I'm going to let you say something, but do you have any further questions for her?
no, well, yes, I do, sir. She says that I have a job. I do not. That gray shirt, that gray collared shirt is
Are
a
you
shirt
are you
with,
making a statement, sir, or are you asking her a question?
no, I'm asking her why is she
Wh-
saying that I have a job when
Okay,
I do
ma'am.
not.
Okay, there's a question. Why are you saying that he has a job when he doesn't?
Because I have confirmed that he has a job through my mother, who he conversate with.
All right, you have another question, sir?
Yes. Okay. If I have a job, why am I not paying any type of child support to you for those kids when you know that shirt is to my college and that ID badge is to my college?
Okay, why, do you know why he's not paying child support, ma'am?
Because that's why we're here today. We
'Cause
have not got an order.
there is no order for him to pay child support. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. You have another question, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. Miss Barker.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Christian Taylor.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Taylor, do you have any doubts that you're the father of Grace Taylor?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And why do you have those doubts?
Because when I had fell on misfortune for a while and I became homeless, so I started residing with her sister, which is Keisha Jones, when she stayed in an apartment on Jensen, which is Parker Square Apartments, where I was paying her $250 a month. She would go out in the middle of the night and go to nightclubs and not come back until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, almost the next day. Around this time when she supposedly got pregnant.
Okay.
And again, and another thing, we were not having relations.
Okay. And if you had these doubts, why didn't you show up to any of the DNA testing appointments?
Because I do not have any transportation now.
So there's no one that you can ask for a ride.
No, ma'am.
You can't get on the Metro bus. They don't have the Metro bus. You can't get on the Metro bus.
Yes, ma'am. There is a metro line, transit line that runs right here on the side of my apartments. But I have, what do you say? How do you say it? I don't really have any sense of direction due to my head injury.
But you
Because
could
the
go to
right
college.
bone,
Ms. Jones, stop. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Taylor.
yes, ma'am. Because the right bone flap of my skull has been removed, so my head is just open. I have nothing protecting it right there, and I suffer from seizures, so I can't
Okay.
be alone.
Okay. So the Metro doesn't also have like a disability van that picks people up.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And you have a phone, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've heard of the app called Uber, correct?
Yes, ma'am. But I cannot afford to pay for Uber. I can barely afford to pay for my daughter, Josiah.
Okay, you said you could barely afford to pay for your daughter, Josiah, but if you had doubts that Grace was your daughter, you don't have any money to pay for an Uber or a cab or a bus or anything to get you to go to transportation for a DNA test, correct?
My funds are very, very limited.
So what would change if the judge was to say, oh, you can have another DNA test? What would change? Because you still don't have a way to get there, correct?
No, ma'am. I would have to go through exhaust all my remedies to find transportation to a DNA swab site. Either I could request the judge to send me to a site somewhere closer to the area that I live in, close by the area that I live in, so I know that I could and I wouldn't make it there to submit DNA.
Okay, but why haven't you done any of that previously?
That's what I'm requesting now, ma'am.
But sir, I'm asking you, there was 3 appointments set for you. Why haven't you done any of that previously? You're saying I would have to exhaust all my resources to do all this. Why haven't you done that previously? If you claim to have doubts of whether this child was your child, why haven't you done any of those things previously?
Really, I cannot answer that question, ma'am.
Okay,
but I
thank
have
you,
to
thank
because
you.
I am under oath.
Okay, what type of visitation are you requesting with Grace?
Are you talking to me, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
Just normal visitation. I mean, I guess if she's my child.
Okay. And you're denying that it was a gun, that you had a gun in that video?
Yes, sir. That was not. No, ma'am. That was not a gun.
Okay.
I cannot possess a firearm.
Okay. Okay.
That was a remote to a Samsung TV that I have in my closet on the floor.
Okay, sir. So you're requesting, would you be requesting the same visitation that you have with your daughter, Josiah?
Yes, ma'am, if possible.
And also the same conservatorship that you have with your daughter, Josiah, which is the sole managing and you being the possessory conservator, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but because this
not
seems that there
supervised.
is a problem here with Dad saying that he has some certain disabilities. I'm just going to enter a temporary hearing establishing the parent-child relationship between the child Grace Taylor and Christian Tyrone Taylor, and uh, transfer the balance of this to the district court,
Okay, Your Honor.
257th District Court.
Okay. Okay, so what that means, Ms. Jones and Mr. Taylor, is we're gonna have to go back over to the other Zoom. So what happened here is that the judge has declared that Mr. Taylor is Grace's father, but in terms of the like what type of visitation and what happens with that, the judge is sending that to the district court, the 257th District Court, and I can explain the rest to you when we get over to the other Zoom. So I need you guys to log in over there, okay?
To the video.
Okay, thank you.
Because I'm on the phone, ma'am.
It's the same. What you know how you called that original number, that 346 number, and you put in the 892 number first. That first Zoom
Yeah.
that you came from, call that number back, please. That 8920. I mean, call that 346 number back, and then put in the 892-0876-3897. Put that in.